Well, people, after a very good footballing month last time out, you can see by the title that I put on it, today is very sparse. We don't have many games, but then we have a huge week, which we're playing every single game in, so it all counts as welcome back, guys, to episode number 5 now of season number 2 of this Barcelona FIFA 22 rebuild. Now, of course, we start off with the Champions League game where we left off against Fenerbahce, but if you don't know where we left off, I say this at the start of every single video, make sure you go back and watch the previous one. It's very important that you do so you're all caught up going into today. If you haven't seen most of the series, maybe watch it if you've got time. It's a long one, but if not, you're here now. Hopefully you'll subscribe to the channel down below with the notification bell on as well. We're almost at 5.2. That is insane movement since 5k as today. I'll go to the calendar and show you what I mean by sparse. We have Fenerbahce, then we've got 5 days rest, which is actually quite big for us. We never usually get that. And Cadiz after that, who are struggling. Then we have a week off. We have Seville, or Seville, however you want to say it, away. Then we have Tottenham away in the week as well as them. And then Eibar, my old team, who I do want to play and I do want to respect. And we're going to play this whole week. So yeah, simulating the first Champions League game and the team that are struggling. I think that is the most sensible thing to do, as Spurs are second in this group. It's quite a sparse group. We're all close together. We've got the 3-point gap that we want though, and hopefully the team that I put out now against bottom of the group can do the business. If you didn't know already, this is only a quick turnaround from the last game, so rotations have been made. We'll read you through it, including, start off with, one on the bench, Elgato. I just saw him in the reserve, 74 rated. He's actually coming on in training. He's 20-year-old, so he's not in the teens anymore, but still, I'm almost 20. Makes me feel old that I'm saying that isn't young anymore. As Ter Stegen is in goal, Mazarawi, Araujo, Garcia and Serginho Dest at the back. Kessié, Frankie de Jong and Pedri is thrown straight in there. Yes, a bit of a risky move, but he is there with Ferran Torres. Very tired, but he's on that wing. Richarlison as Depay gets his rest. And Ansu Fati, Braithwaite and Traore on the bench in the attack. We've lost Dembele. Depay's right there. We've got Aubameyang, who probably needs to be on that bench, and Gavi's right there. We've got Busquets and Truffier, who we spent 20 million on now, but we kind of don't need a left back. Maybe that's the bad buy that we've made. You always regret one signing, as these have got a fully fit team going into this one, and it's a 3-1 win. We still get the result. Ansu with a brace to start us off with. Utter domination on stats. Min Jae got sent off, Bajisha scores 3 minutes after, and then Ansu gets a hat-trick. And we are 6th in the league going into this one, as we did lose the previous game. I remember that. It was disappointing to Levante. They got revenge for the cup. Of course they did. They squeezed it through as Cadiz. We can't lose to these. We can get a fully fit team out, I think. 5 days rest, or there and thereabouts. 15th at home as well. So yeah, let's get the players ready. We've got Depay to come straight back in. As a Louis. Sorry mate, you're dropping out. Depay up front. Christiansen. And that is the strongest team, isn't it? Can we get us bench stronger? We can. Gavi. We will drop Aubameyang again, and we'll put Traore. This is the strongest team without the injuries. Yep, we've got Depay back in and Christiansen. That's it, really. And, of course, it's fully fit. Pedri starting again. He needs to kind of prove he's better than the others, though, because the others were playing well, of course. As, please, do not bottle this right here against Cadiz. It's 3-2. It's a close game. Memphis, Batanga, and then Memphis with a brace. And Memphis actually got a hat-trick. 2 hat-tricks winning us games. And after that game, Eric Garcia says he's not played enough games. He's played his fair share. We'll have to think about that going into a week where we have to heavily rotate, because we play some good sides. Seville slipping below us right now. But we've still got to get the result right, as Real Madrid are above us by a point. Betis in second, only 2 points away. Top spot, though. Still 5 points. The gap is still the same despite us dropping down a bit. Here's how we line up for the first game. Not going to walk you entirely through it, but a couple of big changes. Even though these are 7th, Spurs is a big game. We want to finish top of that group. So Garcia and Jordi Alba's back in for Serginho Dest. A bit of a risky move, but we're going to see if it pays off. Gavi in the midfield as Nico Gonzalez on the bench and Pedri. Now that is a young and good bench with Traore coming in for Ferran who's going to start that Tottenham game, I'm pretty sure. Unless he comes on and gets injured. As, yeah, Richarlison kept out for Memphis. Maybe a risky move, but the other two attackers, Barfa and Torres, did score hat-tricks. So, travel to Seville. Away from home against 7th place side, it's not going to be easy. And Sevilla's team, Bonu in goal, I think it's still pronounced. They've got Augustinson, Gabriel, Toloy and Navas, change the defence up, with Parejo, Gudelj and Torres made loads of signings, with El Naciri, Papu Gomez and Suso. A good squad, and we've just got to get us tiki-taka going, of course, as we've got some tired players. No match sharpness for Alba and, of course, Traore. I always wanted to keep it realistic by playing players that were match fit, but it's quite difficult, of course, when you're rotating the team all the time and they're only playing few minutes. I still do trust it to get us over the line, as I think these have beaten us before. I'm not too sure. I've still got to be careful, as look at that, showing you the top 4. We're not in it, but we are just below that. 30 points is what Atletico sit on, and we are on 24 as... Come on, Dutch boys, don't get in each other's way as De Jong round the corner. That's a bit of a heavy touch, but he still kept it across the field. That's lucky that it's gone to Jordi Alba as he passed it into Kessié. I see movement. Memphis, Frankie, Adama round the corner, back in and over. Unlucky from him as now it's Pablo Gavi running down the line. What can he do with this right here? That's a perfectly timed pass. Just last minute, quick passing. Memphis Depay to curl one and Bono catches again. We're starting to get there. We warm up with the passes, then we get going as Papu Gomez though on the turn. Surprised that wasn't giving us a free kick, but Ter Stegen saved it anyway as corner ball 18 minutes in. They're not going to be a team that lie down as Sevilla, as that's a good ball. Kessié has to head it away and Gavi's lost it in a dangerous position. Ronnie Araujo though recovers and recovers very well. Absolutely love that man as Ansu Fati passes it backwards. Gavi goes for a brilliant ball across the field. That's made up for it. Ansu through the middle. What a counter-attack as Bono did well. Now that was a good move as Kessié on the ball into Memphis Depay. It's Gavi making forward runs right here. Always that left midfielder that does it as now Gavi into Frankie. The other one getting involved. Kessié round the corner. This is good retention of the ball and I did see Ansu move slightly inwards then. He was probably the best passing option, not the shot, as now Gavi with a ball around the corner into Ansu. We're going to pass it this time into Memphis, a yard out, and he is not missing that. That is why we don't rotate him. Big goal from Depay. When we need to win, we take the lead. It's round the corner into Ansu, and he unselfishly passes it. That's what we need to do. Make that extra pass. Bar the chance that Ter Stegen parried for a corner, these have not been in this game at all. It is continuously utter domination from us. I really do enjoy the way we're playing this season as we've tried to keep the ball a little bit. Gabriel moving from, not Barca, Arsenal. Good signing, but hasn't worked out in this game for them as El Naciri around the corner. Augustinson. Now that's one that slightly surprises me, although was he already there? I'm not too sure. Memphis round the corner and Gavi trying to find Ansu Fati. Brilliant ball, he cuts inside a little bit. I need that movement from Pablo Gavi in behind and he's made it 2. The youngster joining in the fun to make it 2 in Seville, and this is a performance. We are actually scoring goals and we are doing it in quick succession. Brilliant first half right here. Just what the doctor ordered. When we need to rotate the team in the second half as well, getting the lead extended is perfect. Really, really nice as Ronnie Araujo just made a big tackle as well, but he does it all the time. Don't even need to speak when he does it as that is half time. 2-0. Can we make any changes right now? I'm thinking Memphis, although he is, of course, on a goal. He is tired. And I'm just going to make the change Richarlison. We've got to think about midweek. Now we're back in the Champions League and we have the squad we have. We've got to try and make the most of it. As Suso around the corner. Sevilla are probably going to try and come out the blocks a little bit sharper as Eric Garcia has the ball. And whoa, that was a big slide. If he would have connected, that could have been a leg break as Gavi running forward. Richarlison inside. I want to see a good half. He's got a half to improve on his recent performances as that's not a bad starting point. Still would like a little bit better though as Araujo into Gavi. Kessié now into Richarlison. We've got the run over the top from Pablo Gavi. Oh, and the defender almost slipped there. If he did, That could have been a brace for the youngster, as all three youngsters really battling it out for that place in the squad. At the start of this save, I thought it would just be Pedro and we'd buy other ones, but we've even got Puig. We've got three youngsters battling it, as that's a good ball into the box. El Nesiri, how has he won that header? He is always the man to get the goal when Seville are not in the games against us. But that's poor defending. Without Depay on our main goal-scoring threat, we've got to try and see this game out a little bit, or maybe get a goal from Ansu, but that's bad defending. Mazraoui needed to clear it. He just brought his foot away a little bit at the last minute, of course, trying to avoid kicking him in the head, but I didn't want him to, as that's a bad tackle from, I think, Danny Parejo. And let's get another goal quick, please. I don't like this just being one goal and them having the momentum as... Come on, give us another free kick. Referee decides against it as now Gavi through the middle. Richarlison had a bit of a run on there, but it goes into Frankie de Jong. And Bono with a big stop. Very good save from their goalkeeper as we've got a corner ball. And I'm going to try crossing it to start off with, as I usually do. As Tony Araujo is in there. That's a good ball. Bono coming a long way and getting it. And El Nesiri into Augustinsson. Now around the corner into Parejo. As Mazraoui reads that one round the corner. Frankie de Jong to just jog it forward into Richarlison, side into Gavi, heavy touch, but we've still managed to keep the ball. As long as we stay attacking this way, I'm pretty happy. As Adama, full 90 minutes, but you can see he's not been himself. He's not as quick off the mark as he usually is. Still, when he's running against the player, he's quick, as that's a good ball into Richarlison. He's going to be unselfish, and what a save from Bono. What a stop from their goalkeeper. The Moroccan doing very well, as... I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I know how big the next game is. Frankie de Jong's coming off. And we'll go with Ferran for 10 minutes. He should still be able to start the next game. Take Ansu off. He needs a rest, of course. As a corner ball, I'm going to go short with this one. Although the man is chasing him short. And that is terrible. That's Ferran's first involvement as Jesus Navas down the line. He's still got pace for an old man. Rafa Mir off the bench. He's still falling back to them. And we need to get out wide. It's a ball whipped in. Oliver Torres headed down into Ter Stegen's grasp. As we're still going to try and play out from the back. Keep the ball. Keep the clock ticking. Because I'd rather just see out a one goal right now. And not be sprinting around with our players recklessly to try and get another one. We need to just win this game. And Gavi keeps it superbly. Look at this play. We still could get another one. Still going to go towards goal, entertain these fans as Kessié into Gavi, backwards again, Kessié, brilliant passing until he gives it away and Ferran almost jumped in there, I think it was him anyway, as El Nesiri trying to come away. There is 1 minute added on, they've gone backwards and out of play as we've got the 2-1 away win, the big win we needed. Goals from Depay and Pablo Gavi the youngster to keep us on the trails of Atletico. Brilliant work as, hang on, going into this Champions League game in fact, we've got a huge gap on Spurs. Still do we play it for entertainment factor? I think we do, although who have we got in the league after Eibar? Because I do want to keep this league form going. We have Leganes and then we have CSKA Moscow. We've only got 2 games left in this. If Spurs beat us, it does go to the final game. But we are technically through. I'm going to play Spurs. I've just got to. However, I am going to rotate the team heavily. We only keep one tired player in there, and that's Captain Araujo, because he is the second coming of Jesus. He's amazing. And we've made some rotations. Richarlison will start, yes. I took a while making this team sheet, just sat here. But I think his experience in the Premier League, he could do a job against Spurs. And of course, if we lose this, it's not the end of the world. Torres is in. Fati Gonzalez over Pedri. We'll save Pedri for the league. And we definitely want to make some changes to other players. We've got Esalawi on the bench. We've got Busquets, Piqué, Aubameyang, the old boys. And I think I might stick Puig on for Pedri. Give him a rest so I can definitely make sure he doesn't get injured in the next game. Mingueza also jumps on that bench. As that is the team we take to London. And Hugo Lloris in goal for Spurs. Matt Doherty, Reguilon Davis. I didn't see the rest of the team. It skipped to the bench, which looks very young. Bastoni, Klosterman in the defence with them other ones. Kakare and Lo Celso sitting. He's back from Villarreal with Anthony, back from his suspension. Harry Kane and Stevie Bergwijn. Good Tottenham team. And again, we're in as a away kit. These have only got 5 points from the group. If we beat these could actually be in contention for the Europa League, because The other game going on, Fenerbahce and Moscow, they're similar points, I think. So whoever wins out of them two, if there is a winner, of course it could be a draw, would go above Spurs if we win here. So, yeah, it's a risky game for them. They've got to try and win it as Richarlison almost had a big chance there. The 5 defenders all flooding around him. Surprising to see Tottenham back in the Champions League as well, because spent a year in the conference and didn't even get through after the COVID forfeit. As that's a big save from Ter Stegen. 9 minutes in, Harry Kane loves to start off strong in these games and try and nick a goal, as short corner into Anthony has gone around Frankie de Jong into Davies on the edge of the box. We've got to watch ourselves. It's good passing. Araujo with the block. Serginho Dest to pass forward onto Ferran, and look at Richarlison go. It looks more lively against the Premier League team. And Ansu Fati with a pass backwards into Nico Gonzalez now, and Richarlison on the turn. We've got a man down this line to pass it into in Ansu Fati. He's going to keep on running. Cut back now. Nico Gonzalez on the edge of the box, and Lloris with a huge save. Very good stop from a very good shot, I've got to say. So we're going to do run near post tactic. We've took a man short, and I've got faith Araujo can beat all 5 of these defenders. Kane's on the front post. Araujo is there. And it's Klosterman, actually, who heads it away. I should have thought about Klosterman. As Eric Garcia, our centre-back on the edge, sends the keeper, but sends it onto the arm of Alexandra Bastoni, I think his name is. Maybe wrong there, but he's handled it in the box, trying to block the shot, and it definitely did look like a handball, that one. Yeah, he sticked his hand up. It's as blatant as ever as a penalty kick. Kessié. So Richarlison's penalty's better. No, it actually isn't. Kessié's are the best, and I'm going to go very far into that left corner. Please finish it. It's off both posts, and it's tapped in from Ferran. What about that for a penalty? I guess they'll be laughing about that in the changing room at half-time, as Kessié, off both posts, just still outfools Hugo Lloris. No defenders, no 5 defenders of theirs can read it, and Ferran just steals Kessié's thunder. 1-0. If that were me, I'd still put it down as a Frank Kessié assist. I mean, I think he meant to do it as Harry Kane. They're going to try and attack right now. Kakare through the middle. Lo Celso fools Ter Stegen, but wide. Got to watch out for something like that, as Nico Gonzalez was tucked down right here. Short free kick with Eric Garcia. Ansu Fati. Ferran again round the corner. Nico. Now we're going to get this out wide into Jordi Alba, who can deliver a good ball. Richarlison's in there. He gets his head on it. Lloris with a good stop. He's been good in this game. Richarlison tries his luck. Just really not working out for the Brazilian, is it? As that's a good ball around the corner, though. Ex-Premier League link-up. It goes into Frankie de Jong. We'll keep this ball instead of forcing it at a defender like we usually do. In the middle now. Richarlison tries his luck. We'll still keep the ball. Nico, can we pass that through the middle again? We do. Richarlison with a good dummy, goes round the houses but into a defender. And just before half-time, I'd love a second goal as we've been more dominant than we did in the first game against Tottenham. Into Nico Gonzalez, edge of the box, goes for a curler, and what a goal from the youngster. It is 2 just before the whistle is blown. Antonio Conte has more problems. Brilliant goal, Gonzalez. What a young player he is. Him, Gavi and Pedri, the future of Spanish football. Look at that, side netting. Having a lot of fun at half-time in London. We lead 2-0. Could we even make changes for the next league game? Who knows? I'm not going to risk it just yet. Let's make sure we finish top of this group. And Harry Kane out of the blocks. Excuse me? Excuse me. Harry Kane has just come straight out in this second half and just fired Tottenham straight back into this game. That is unbelievable. Outside of the boot, pegged past Ter Stegen. We've already got a game on his hands. And we've tried to kind of slow the game down a little bit after that goal, but still, Tottenham are actually coming for this in this second half. Kakare trying to just try and get through that defence as Gonzalez passes it forward into Richarlison. Got wingers at either side and men to run at. Look how far they're dropping back. Richarlison takes it all the way and pulls the trigger inside of the box and goes down for another penalty kick. Kakare with a completely irrelevant challenge. Just did not need to make that. Shot was always being saved, and we've got the free kick. I'm going to take Gonzalez off, yes, for Pui, because Gonzalez could start the next game. And Kessié on this penalty now. And I'm going to try something different. Not going anywhere near the post. Down the middle to solve the riddle. And Kessié gets the next one. Actually scores this time. Goal and assist from the CDM. pretty decent. Take it all day long as Frankie de Jong running away with the ball here. 20 minutes on the clock. He's still going. Look at Ansu making that run through the gap. The players seem still fully fit. They still seem fully up for this. De Jong trying to get through. Ferran putting the pressure on. We've just turned this second half on its head. As Ansu Fati and Richarlison making way. As Ezaloui comes onto the wing. The youngster who I said has grown in potential. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, of course, against his old rivals. Ezaloui with a touchdown to him. I'd love if he scored. But the defence straight on him. We're trying to keep him out like madders. There is Reguilon down the line. Into Stevie Bergwijn. What's he going to do with it? He's going to twist and turn. Giovanni Lo Celso. Araujo with the challenge. And that's a good pass out from the pack into Ricky Puig to run. Can we get this down the line? We do into Ezaloui. Ez Abde. I'm going to call him Ez. He's still going, is Ez. Keep on going into the box. Turns away from the defenders. A little bit of skill with the feet. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Just release it. There we go. He's done his work right there. Jordi Alba. I'm pretty sure I can get on a fan compilation with that move that Ize's just made. As now Alba again. Puig. Aubameyang. We've got a man out wide in Ferran. Ferran's going to try and cross and win a corner. Just see the game out. So I'm just going to whip this into the box. No instructions. No player controlled. It was almost won by Kessié. And then Ferran. Head this backwards, Alba. There we go. We keep hold of it. Garcia. Araujo, Ricky Puig off target. However, just a couple of seconds on the clock now. We've done the business in Spurs second time round. A little banana slip at the start of second half, but we don't mind it. This big week, 2 out of 2 games won so far. We move on next to, who was it? I can't remember the team, but hopefully it's a good performance after that one. Big result. And we're 5th in the league, and it's Eibar. How could I forget Eibar? How could I forget the 14th? Hey, mid-table. We'll take that for the boys, as, of course, it's going to be painful playing against these, but we've got to do it. As we back to full strength, full strength, including Pedri, Gavion Gonzalez on the bench, Mazarawi, Dest back at left-back, Christiansen, Depay. We should have a good day here against Eibar. And although I love the club, we're going to try and punish him here. And how many points are we off top spot? We're only 2 points off Betis now. 30. 3 points off of Atletico Madrid. Let's prove we have what it takes. And SD Eibar. Joel is in goal. He was the backup to Dimitrovic, who's moved to Sevilla. Garcia, Menta, Venancio and Tejero's still there. Sevilla and Sander Berge. What a signing with Romani, Esposito and Corpas. Love Esposito with Stoichkov up front. Esposito and Tejero. Sorry, it was a long time ago, but the only 2 I remember. That was 2 years ago. And that was my first ever save on this channel. How time flies. I do remember recording the videos like it was yesterday as Ansu Fati. Immediately on the ball right here. Memphis Depay drops that back off into Kessié around the corner. Frankie de Jong and Memphis. That's not great. Hopefully their fans can still give me a standing ovation for what I did for the club. Got them in the Champions League and got them very close to going through against Liverpool. I remember that game very fondly as Kessié with a pass off to Pedri right here will take us time breaking them down. They've got 2 CDMs, of course. Very defensive, but Depay almost. Just got to find that gap as it's out on the wing. Ferran Torres into Memphis. Drops it off one more to Fati. Round the corner. Back into Memphis. Drilled in at the near post. It's already 1 goal. And he's going to do his celebration. Don't listen to anyone. Brilliant goal from Memphis. Just literally pass right there into Ansu Fati and drilled in. I've learnt to do his celebration now. And I'm going to try and do celebrations more thinking with it. Like, not just one-handed push-ups all the time. We'll do his common one. That's a great way to start the game. 16 minutes in as they've skipped passes right there. Straight through to Ter Stegen. We'll just bob down and roll that one out straight away. 90% possession, I'm pretty sure. Again, as maybe it'll go to them now because Stoichkov looks like he's the only player trying and he's the striker doing most of the defensive duties. Edu Esposito around the corner. Corpas back into Edu. Out wide to Corpas again, chasing shadows a little bit. Alexandro Tejero skipping through. He was a very good right back. A lot of potential as Ansu Fati through the middle onto Memphis again though. And Memphis Depay has a gap, cuts away. Brilliant movement from Ferran who opened his body up, but still a good save from Joel. Corner ball though, as Ferran will whip this one in. Memphis underneath it, tapped off the line. Ronnie keeps it alive. And still we could keep this alive. Christensen with the chest down into Frankie de Jong around the corner. Memphis Depay blocked with the hand. It's a penalty kick. Chance for 2. Not even showing us the replay as Frank Kessié is on it. Memphis could take this one, but we're going to let him have it. And that's a good penalty from Kessié. Very solid. Very, very. Salute them fans. 2-0. Could be coming through this big week unscathed. 3 wins out of 3 as it carries on. Beautiful form, beautiful penalty. This is what a fully strengthened 11 does for you. And of course, Dembele is out still. He's the only player we're missing as Ferran goes for another one. Ansu Fati, open net. Side netting. That should have been 3, but the winger's not having the best of days as Romani through to Edu. They'll try and get a little attack off here. Just don't let them get that 1 goal back and get back into the game as Stoichkov playing very well. I'm very impressed with how he's doing as a forward. He's like a deep-lying playmaker as Berg tackled, but still they've got the ball. Stoichkov to Stegen saves, causing problems as a corner ball here for Eibar. It's Romani to whip it in near post. Ansu not with the best of clearances. Same from Mazraoui. We've let them have it. Christensen though, in the way when it matters. Brilliant blockers. Ferran to run with this ball right here as well. Just cut back. There we go. Passing to Kessié. This is a quick attack. Ansu. Kessié was very lucky with the pass. Very lucky with the pass, should I say, as it's gone in. I didn't expect to see that fly in the back of the net. Ansu Fati makes it 3. He makes up for his miss, and we are on that charge for the title. There's no doubt about it. We're in the race. 3-0. We're scoring goals, and this second half looks like it can only get better. Do we make changes though? Because we do have a bit of a rest, but then we have another game, which I'm thinking about simulating today. Let's give Frankie de Jong a full half of football on the bench. He does need a rest. So Gavi and Pedro will try the 2 young players. As Alawi, I want to start getting involved in the mix a little bit more, so he'll probably come on. Maybe Mingueza or Richarlison later. Edu Esposito with the ball right here as that's through that little gap onto Sanderberg. Now onto Romani. We're coming out with Mazraoui and we've managed to get that ball stopped. Gavi into Kessié. Now across again. Pedri. Memphis Depay. Can we squeeze this out wide? We can do. Ferran Torres. Just whip a ball into that back post. Almost. And Sevilla in the middle to Edu Esposito. Out wide now into Corpas. And Dest gets in the way to block that one. Kessié across to Gavi. Now Memphis Depay. We've still got the ball in the middle as we've got 59% possession. Now that is good. Mazraoui across to Memphis. Kessié now out wide. We're going to get this out wide again. We're going to try and cross this in, and I thought that were handball. Just a tad unlucky as Edu on a turn. Don't let them get a goal back into this one as they're putting the pressure on us. Serginho Dest has just been so much more composed at left back. I do prefer him there a lot more. Ferran on the ball right here. Into Gavi though as we're still going to push forward. Ferran on a swivel. That's a good one out wide into Mazraoui. Ferran Torres. Gavi still keeping hold of it. Now it's round to Ferran. Still we keep it. Memphis. This is brilliant play. Ferran Torres and a good save, Yoel. A very good stop. 20 minutes on the clock, and I think I am going to make them rotations with the next league game in mind. As a Louis and Richarlison. Just kind of like what we did against Tottenham, as we've got the corner. Yeah, I'm going to look for the cross probably. Tony Araujo is in there. He's moving towards the near post. He's making a good darting run. Off the bar, I think. Unlucky as Tonio Garcia around the corner. Ramani goes backwards. Tony Garcia. Araujo. Now Gavi. We could try and get away with this ball a little bit. Now Ferran Torres. Into Gavi again. Richarlison running forward. Into Gavi though again. We're going to play it with the youngster. He's going to go. Is he going to score a better goal than Nico Gonzalez did? He tried. Sander Berge into Edu Esposito. Christensen with the tackle. Now easy back in the middle. Pedri. We've got a man running across. Richarlison with the ball over the top. Maybe an assist is all he needs to start scoring as he cuts away. He's in the middle. He's got a chance. He's got a goal in game. Richarlison scores it, should I say, and we're doing the dance. The chicken dance comes out. Even Pedri's joining in. It's been a while coming, that celebration, and it comes against Eibar. Cut back from Ferran. Unselfish. A goal created in the Premier League. And just added time now as Corpas loses that. Come on, I want Stegen having a clean sheet as Pedri Drills that one across, and the game is over. 4-0. 5 wins out of 5 today. 3 in this succession week. 1 simulation still to go. I am buzzed. And Depay back on our side. Very thankful for the game time as we are level on points with Atletico Madrid. Yes, other teams have games in hand around us, but we can only do what's there to be done, as they have won their game that they had over us. Atletico Bilbao also winning, so they are level on points. Betis lost, however, and Real still behind, as they have majorly dropped off from their league win last year, as these are rock bottom. Oh no, I hate playing against rock bottom side. They're at home as well. The only tired player we have is Pedri, and I'm going to gamble and I'm going to put Gavi in, so it's fully fit. Or do we just play Pedri? No, we'll just play Pedri. It's not that tired. It is such a strong team from us that's won 4-0, won 3 in a row, 5 in a row. And watch this. Watch this. I saw the one and I thought we'd actually lost. But hey, we ride the banana peel. Memphis, Naim Garcia and Mazarawi the right back to get us the slim win. And it's on to the Champions League next episode. 13 points. We've already kind of won it, I'd say. And we're into January. Look at next episode's games. We are going to try and do 6, of course. We'll simulate the Champions League. Sociedad, El Clasico in there. Super Cup in there. And the transfer window. What a big time, or what a big day we have coming up tomorrow. As thank you guys so much for watching this episode and for getting us almost to 5.2. That is insane. Make sure you follow all the links in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with the big red button down below. Thank you all so much. Means the world, the support. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. In a bit. And peace.